identify yourself and you have 3 minutes.
Aloha, I'm Pua Case, and I'm from Waimea. I'm not here to Maha'oi in your district, Kona. I actually came here to simply sit in a seat and support my fellow Kia'i that are also standing for Mauna Kea. However, I find myself here sitting, so I'm going to begin reading. The WUDP forces traditional and customary practitioners into positions of mitigating impacts to their practices without first understanding if the WUDP is actually sustainable, beneficial, and works toward a secure water future. Without understanding and ignoring data regarding how current pumpage is impacting species and ecosystems, practitioners are already at risk and left to mitigate effects. Cultural practices can only exist if the environments that support the life forces, plants, water, animals, which our practices rely on, are present and have perpetuity. The actual process that would be used by Ahamoku and the applicant to identify, review, and adjudicate TNC uses are non-existent. Furthermore, the WUDP lacks a process that allows Kona citizens to have a hearing process for well permitting, maintenance, and pumping. The WUDP should be amended to create a formal hearing process where cultural practitioners and the general public can weigh in on well construction, pump installation, permit application requests. The WUDP fails to include one of the 12 steps for adaptive tools for water management in Hawaii. The WUDP should be revised to include additional water conservation measures and include active measures that will be taken to address climate change, ban water bottling, increase watershed protection. Medium-term and long-term water plans includes the development of new wells. The WUDP states that the wells will be monitored and that the HDWS proposes to seek funding and explore partnerships for these wells. The WUDP neglects to include what and how these wells will be monitored. It should be amended to describe monitoring plans. And although I'm not from here, I have just returned from California, helping a tribe called the Winnemem Wintu restore their waters and bring their salmon back from Aotearoa. I've stood on the front lines not once but twice at Standing Rock, and would do that again in a minute. As they stood for their water, I've stood with them. I come from a family where my father has been in charge of water for Parker Ranch, supervised that water for my entire life. You can say that my connection to water is very deep, and I know that I have 3 minutes, so it just pains me, because when we stand on front lines, like on Mauna Kea, and we stand there for over 900 days to do what is right for the water, what is pono, to sit here for 3 minutes and to try to give you information, heartfelt knowledge, emotion that can help to make a better decision is very difficult for us. So what I will close with is those who are here that are presenting because they have a job and they have written a report, that's very valid. But those who are here from your community, like these Kia'i and community members, some of them generations deep in Kona, they're not doing this for a job. In fact, they might have skipped being at their job today. There's no money for them. They are here because they're tied to the water, and their call from their kupuna to step forward for the next 7 generations is very real for them. And at the end of the day, that 90-year-old kupuna and many like her are the experts in the room. And those are the ones that you should sit down with and really learn about before you ever consider doing anything pertaining to water, because even after your term is through and you leave your jobs, you will still be accountable and responsible for the actions that you take for water today. When you leave your term, that responsibility will follow you for the rest of your days through the next generation. So please, please make the right decision for Kona and and for the next 7. Thank you so much. Again, Kona, I'm not here to maha'oi in your business, but I felt that Ruth Alawa's testimony was very important, so I volunteered to finish it for her. Thank you.